Hi everyone, CeeChronicles here. Welcome and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In case you're joining this channel for the first time, my content is mostly fragrance reviews, but I throw in some fashion videos as well, lifestyle content, some vlogs, as well as story time. So if that sounds like something that you may be interested in, please do consider joining the family. All you have to do is click the red subscribe button and join the family. I also want to acknowledge my returning subscribers. Thank you guys for always supporting me. You are appreciated. Please do follow me on Instagram as well. I go by the name CeeChronicles. I am here with two fragrances that I have already reviewed on my channel. I'm here with Lattafa Sutoor as well as Tom Ford Bitter Peach. Reason why I have these two fragrances is I did do both reviews, but when I did this one, this Lattafa Sutoor, I did say that it was similar to Bitter Peach, and a lot of you guys wanted to know to what extent. Okay, so I'm going to have Lattafa Sutoor on this side, and I'm going to have Bitter Peach on this side. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be a comparison test for people that want to know which is which, or to what extent is this one duping the other. Now, I was looking for the Lattafa notes. As usual, they're not easy to come by, guys. I don't know why it's like that, but I'm going to go with the Tom Ford Bitter Peach notes and then tell you what I can extract from these notes versus this. So Tom Ford Bitter Peach is listed as having some peach in the top, blood orange as well, some cardamom, and some heliotrope. So it has like a boozy meat. It has rum and it has cognac and some Davana as well as some jasmine. And then the base is one that is so busy. It has so many notes according to Fragrantica. And I'm talking about bitter peach notes. Okay, the base is supposed to have Indonesian patchouli, some vanilla. I'm trying to recall these notes. Some sandalwood. It had some tonka, benzoin, if I'm not mistaken, some cashmere and some styrax, labdanum, vetiver. The list goes on. Okay, so that is what I got. Now, I've had to use these notes because these notes at least I can reference to versus guessing. Okay, but I did a full review of both in case you just want individual reviews. So the opening of Bitter Peach is your sour like peach. Okay, very juicy, and it's carried by like a sweet blood orange. So this is a peach, to my imagination, that is very ripe. Okay, it's gonna be a very ripe big peach. If you squeeze it and you just put it on your nose, that is what you get here. That is the opening, but it does have like a sourness to it as well. It's like a sweet and sour affair because the bitter orange is weighing in there with a little bit of some sweetness. So this is not going to be just only on your sour, on your sour side. And then enters the booziness in Tom Ford's Bitter Peach. Now with Sutoor, you're gonna get like almost a similar opening. That is what you get. However, this opening, though similar, is less intense on the booziness. I'm pretty sure they used a rum or a cognac or whatever they use for booziness there in Lattafa Sutoor, but the booziness as compared to this one is less intense. Tom Ford Bitter Peach remains very juicy and mouth-watering to an extent, a bit soury, very boozy, with that warmth, a bit of some warmth here, a bit of a softness of the cashmere as well, in addition of that benzoin, that adds again to the softness here, and as well as the moderate softness of the wood. So that is what I get in a nutshell. Where Sutoor kind of takes a different direction is 20 minutes in, Sutoor introduces like a masculine thing in the mix. Okay, it carries that identical opening, that identical peachy opening, but it weighs in with like a masculine thing there. So I think they've thrown in some herbs in a typical way that Lattafa does. There must be some herbs here that makes this one lean more masculine. I didn't bother trying to extract which herbs, but I know there's definitely some herbs here. And then there is a vetiver here that is quite dusty, dry and dusty, again weighing in into that masculineness. So you're gonna get that. It doesn't pull too oh my god, I don't like this, it's only for men kind of thing. It still carries that bitter peach here. It still carries that peach the way it's done here. But it just has that little bit of, they've just put like a rendition of this. I do get a duplicate fragrance. For me to say this would be a flanker, I think a lot of people would come back and say, hey, hang on a minute, what were you trying to do? Because it's basically to the nose almost identical, except for if you can decipher that little bit of masculineness that comes out of here, and also also a very heavy patchouli, which is, you know, that pronounced patchouli that again adds again to the masculineness, you know, in this fragrance. So I do get that. It gets a little bit heavy as well. So the use of the woods here is a bit on the prominent side. While the woods here are there and they have been used, they're, you know, moderate. Maybe that cashmere weighing in there to give it like a luxe softness. So you're going to get a luxe softness from here, although it does keep that peach, that, you know, that juicy peach there, that sourness there, that booziness here, less booziness here, more booziness here, an identical peach right there. So they share that same sour peach. Now, what I'm going to say here is, if you're the kind of person that maybe likes this fragrance or you own it and you're looking for a fragrance that you can splash on around the house because you're so much into this one, this would be a definite recommendation. You won't be disappointed. This is a fragrance that if you don't care too much for what's doing what, you may just say this is exactly the same. But I get a fragrance that pulls a little masculine here. The DNA, they've extracted the exact DNA from here to that. You cannot separate these two in terms of the feel, you know, in terms of the trail that you leave a bitter peach trail. That is what you leave with this, in as much as it has that masculine thing to it. And then another thing again is because of that masculineness here, it tends to be a less sweeter than this. Okay, not that this is too sweet anyway, because it leans a bit sour. Okay, in as much as it has that bitter orange that can weigh in as sweet in fragrances, it does have a sourness there. So I'm not gonna, you know, run away from the fact that this is sweet and sour, but I'm just saying this is less sweet. Now, if you're looking for that sweet and sour mix and whatever, and you are trying by all means to extract some sweetness, this one is not too sweet. So this is gonna be a favorite for a lot of men out there. Okay, so it really boils down to what you prefer and what your budget is and whether you're into dupes or anything like that. If you're a person that's not into dupes, obviously go for the original. But if you're a person that doesn't mind, you know, having an alternative, this is one fragrance that I would just say, you know, it definitely is an alternative. Now, for the ladies out there that might be concerned about, oh, okay, so it pulls masculine, so should I run away from it because it's masculine? No, this is perfectly unisex. I wear this around the house. My daughter wears this as well. You know, it has that peach. It has that prominent peach, although it has like a dry, you know, like a dry, smoky, almost dusty vetiver there, some herbalness that you're going to get there, but it doesn't lean Middle Eastern. It doesn't interfere with the original vibe within the original formulation. It doesn't, you know, it does not part ways that much from the original. So if you are looking for a great alternative, I would say go for this. Okay, because I cannot see how I can separate both. Both fragrances are definitely inspired, you know, by each other. There's been also people saying that this is going to be your Rouge guy. It's nothing to do with that. I think Lattafa just did this to throw people off, even the bottle. And this is what I always say about Lattafa, that Lattafa will do dupes, but they have some, they do have other lines, okay, that are in your face obvious. But what Lattafa does is, in as much as this is a dupe, it completely throws you off. They're not trying to say, this is me, buy me. You know what I mean? Or I'm a copy of this, like how some of these, you know, companies say, do it. However, I'm not exonerating Lattafa by any means, because they do have lines like Maison Alhambra that will copy everything. They'll copy the wording, the color, the box, the whatever. If I'm just holding this perfume and you didn't zoom in, you know, and it's a Maison Alhambra, you may think it is a Tom Ford. That is where I just have a problem with that. Otherwise, the mother house itself does try to repackage these fragrances in a way that until you sniff it, only then will you know what it's duping. But at the end of the day, I do understand and I agree with you guys, a dupe is a dupe. It will never be the same with the original. Now, longevity on this one is beastly. I can almost say I got like 9 hours on this one, and that was without even overspraying it. So it is entirely up to you. You know, this, if you are obsessed, if you're completely crazy about bitter peach, you can go ahead and buy this. It's gonna have that little tang of masculineness, but not enough to separate it from, you know, the original DNA. So thank you so much for joining me today, guys. CeeChronicles is my name. I hope you found this video helpful. Let me know in the comment section if you tried Lattafa Sutoor. This is very much on the affordable side, so that's another plus. So if you're somebody who just wants to save your coins, you may just want to go for this, or you just wanted to know, you're curious what bitter peach smells like, then you may want to go for this one. Thank you so much for joining me, guys. Let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think of this this fragrance. Turn on post notifications as well. That way you will be notified anytime I upload a video. Like and share this video if you like it. And remember guys, smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.